With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Fields. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson, option right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete. They've got his man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. That is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Play action. Now Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. 6-0 our score after 1. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, D'Angelo Hall. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown, Saints, from 4 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Prater for the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 8. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Hester to return from his end zone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Jackson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Michael Dana
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That second down play nets a -4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Harold Carmichael, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. 4th down. Fields has to have this one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Jackson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On second down, Jackson in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Javon Curse in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Third and goal, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth. Down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's fourth and long. They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Quick throw complete.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 3 yards out.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That is caught by Carmichael. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Out to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Harold Carmichael with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And one last throw here for Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.